From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Kent's Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Hoping you're having a good Friday. You know, these cameras, I love them. You know, and I'm waiting for them to grow. We've got to get some sponsorship. We've got to get someone to sponsor these cameras so we can expand this camera network and watch it grow. All right, but with that all being said, I love looking at these cameras, but I also hate it too. And there's a reason for it. Because I want to be right here, right now. I mean, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. If you live in this area, you are very fortunate indeed. Temperatures aren't bad. Yes, it gets foggy, it can get rainy at times, but days like this is what most likely probably makes it worth living up there, right? Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now I think the fog may return later today, especially tonight. And we've been looking at that fog kind of coming and going out towards other parts of the North Coast as well, but this is elk country, just north of Trinidad. I mean, yeah, we're seeing some of those low clouds kind of hovering around, but overall, we've also seen some blue skies kind of filtered through there as well through the morning hours. Here's what it looks like in the valley. Sunny skies. There's been some haze, a little bit of smoke over the last few days, some prescribed burns, but yeah, sunny skies right now. But we do expect a big drop in our temperatures. It's been pretty hot out there the last few days for many of us, right? But we are expecting temperatures at least to start to drop today, but a bigger drop this weekend with maybe some showers. And then next week, staying cooler, but chances for rain, not looking all that promising through next week. Let's talk about the heat, all right? Because it kind of raises the question, boy, I mean, here we are, late October, and it's still in the 90s, right? So how long can we get and stay in the 90s? Well, historically speaking, I want to show you this. 3 dates in particular. November 1st of 1927, the recorded temperature was almost 100 degrees. November 1st. That same year, 2 days later, it was still 90 degrees for that daytime high. Now, the latest we've ever seen 90 degrees or higher was on November 4th, 1949. This year so far, it was yesterday with a high of 95 in Reading. Today, not out of the question. Not out of the question for us to put October 20th in there here for today, eventually this afternoon. It's not out of the question for some of us to see 90 degrees again today, but we're going to see a bigger drop in our temperatures by the weekend. Ridge of high pressure, that's responsible for the heat that we've been talking about. We saw a disturbance right here. See a bit of a spin right here? This is what created the clouds we saw out there this morning for pretty much everyone. And we're starting to see some of those clouds erode away a little bit here, but we'll probably still see some of those clouds throughout the day. Another thing to take note, you're kind of seeing here in this loop, we're seeing a little bit of a kink in the clouds right here. This right here is the first signs of that storm beginning to develop. And that's going to be moving in here this weekend. There it is right here. It shifts to the east, warmer air moves out, temperatures drop. We're talking a 10 to even 20 degree drop from today going into the weekend. Much cooler. This is also when we see the chance for showers. Now that'll move out, and this warm air is trying to move in, but it can't because we got these disturbances pushing to our north, preventing that heat from building in, keeping our temperatures at bay. Now we look at the chances for rain here. Let's start with this weekend. Saturday, you'll see some passing clouds, but it should be dry. I think we're going to be looking at more clouds along the coast. Then we go into Sunday. Now this is what it looks like, kind of timing-wise. Don't take this to be exact, but to kind of give you an idea. Midnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, first signs. That band then pushes through Trinity County, Western Siskiyou County. This is 3 a.m. on Sunday. About 5 a.m. Sunday, now it's pushing through the valley, central Siskiyou County. About 8 a.m., it's pushing through Modoc County, eastern mountains, and then starts to kind of push out, at least that main band, by Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So the main band will be pushing through in the early morning hours, and most of us are probably just kind of waking up. Then we go through the afternoon, the cold and unstable air will be in place. Remember I was talking about a 20 degree drop for some of us? Yeah, I mean, we're only looking at highs in the 60s for the valley on Sunday, and that's a cool and unstable air mass, and that could help to produce a few more passing sprinkles, maybe some light showers through the day on Sunday. Now, could we also, through the morning and afternoon, see a stray thunderstorm? Not out of the question, but the chances are pretty slim. We're not seeing a lot of that, the ingredients that you need for thunderstorms. But this is Sunday, the type of day that if you have outdoor plans, don't cancel them. But just be forewarned that you may run into a stray shower or sprinkle. And that's really going to be the extent of it. And there's a chance some of you may make it through the day without even seeing a drop of rain. That's out of here by Monday. And look at the trend through next week. Yeah, by around midweek, we could see maybe a disturbance pass through, maybe even some cold air associated with that, giving us some lower snow levels. But overall, it's not very wet going through next week, but at least it's going to be cooler. The wave height's not changing much. Today, around 7 feet. I do expect about the same here as we take you into Saturday as well, so no big changes there. Here's your marine forecast. Quick look at that. There's your sunset tonight at 6:30. Your sunrise at about 7:33. All right, here's what it looks like today. Yeah, it's warm. It's still warm. I mean, I've got 89 for Redding. I've got 88 for Cottonwood, Red Bluff, Corn. But could any of these places in the valley see 90? Absolutely. It's not out of the question. It could happen. But overall, upper 80s, 70s, 80s for the mountains, mid 60s on average for the coast. All right, so let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. Now, as I mentioned, everyone has the chance for rain Sunday. So you've got that in there for everyone on Sunday. Saturday, today is dry. Next week, for now, I'm keeping it dry. But look at the trend. 81 today, 55 degrees on Sunday. Same thing for the valley, 89, about 90 today, 66 on Sunday. And then temperatures is kind of a leveling out somewhere in the low to mid 70s through next week. Gorgeous fall weather for next week. Here's your 7-day outlook for the North Coast. There you can see, of course, the rain on Sunday. And then we keep things for the most part dry through most, if not all of next week.